Ronda Rousey has gone back and forth with Charlotte a lot. Be sure to watch till the very end to find out the shocking way their feud actually started. So, without any further ado, let's get started.
The rumors are true! Ronda Rousey is here!
Ever since Ronda debuted, she was always part of the bigger picture. In the beginning, some fans weren't pleased about why Ronda was getting so much attention, but after her in-ring debut match at Wrestlemania 34, she proved to the whole world that she was here to stay. What a great performance she put up. No one would believe it was her first ever wrestling match, and the fact that she could put on such a great performance under the pressure of WrestleMania. Following this, Ronda would soon be a part of the title picture. She was given a match against Nia Jax, who, at the time, held the Raw Women's Championship belt. The match was pretty amazing, and it seemed like Ronda would easily secure the victory until Alexa Bliss interrupted the match and cashed her Money in the Bank. In the end, it was Alexa who would leave with the belt. This was a good opportunity for WWE to give Ronda a proper feud, with Alexa Bliss, of course. However, when she was in a match with Bliss for the title, it was evident that Alexa was no match for her. Ronda squashed her and won the title with ease. After this, she was booked with Becky for a feud, but since Becky was injured, Charlotte took her place. At Survivor Series 2018, Charlotte replaced Becky for the match against Ronda Rousey, and this is where it all began. The great rivalry between these two stars. It was quite shocking to the whole WWE universe that Charlotte would be in a match with Ronda after weeks of feuding between Lynch and Rousey. However, the match itself was not boring at all. It was an extremely entertaining and physical match. Commentators were literally saying that this was the most physical match they have seen Charlotte participate in. Just like the booking itself, the ending was also pretty surprising. Towards the end, the Queen absolutely went berserk as she went on and assaulted Ronda with a kendo stick. This would make Ronda the clear winner through disqualification, but she was not happy with this at all. She made sure that the whole world saw her frustration. The baddest woman on the planet would cost Charlotte the SmackDown Women's title at WWE TLC 2018. Ronda would enter the ring like a savage and drop the ladder on which both Charlotte and Becky were standing. Things would cool down between Ronda and Charlotte after this incident, as Becky would win the 2019 Royal Rumble. Naturally, she would challenge Ronda for her title, and it would take place on none other than the greatest stage of them all, WrestleMania. However, WWE had different plans. Vince suspended Becky for 60 days due to her rule-breaking attitude in a storyline, and at the same time, also announced that Charlotte would replace Becky yet again, and this at WrestleMania. What a wild turn of events. Nobody was ready for this shock. These three would enter into one of the best feuds we have seen from the modern-day female division. Becky would return and ask for justice, and, oh well, she would be given a match with Flair. If she won, she's going to WrestleMania 2. Ronda made Becky's life easier when she interrupted the match and attacked Becky, causing her to get the disqualification win and therefore the chance to be at WrestleMania. The match between Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey was now official, and they would clash in a winner-takes-all match at WrestleMania 35. The cherry on the cake, WWE announced that this match would actually be the main event, the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania.
It's winner take all!
The stakes were really high for the three divas. They had to make sure to produce something extraordinary because it was a WrestleMania main event. To create hype for this match, countless promos were cut, and we even saw backstage brawls between these superstars. Did the match live up to its expectations? It exceeded them by far. The match that they produced was indeed the best of the night, a match full of thrill and suspense. In the end, it would be Becky who would steal all the glory after pinning Ronda in a very controversial manner. However, this would ultimately mark the end of the first phase of the Ronda vs. Flair feud. The moment you've all been waiting for, the start of the latest feud. And if you've made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe to be entered into our monthly shout-out giveaway. Then comment below, "I subbed." Without further ado, let's get to the most important part. After a long hiatus, the baddest woman on the planet would return to WWE at the Royal Rumble 2022, which took place on the 29th of January. Ronda entered at number 28 and would inevitably win the match. And guess who she eliminated in order to do so? Charlotte Flair. Start of their feud, round 2. But the good thing is, this time, there would be no third party, just Flair and Ronda. On February 4th, in a segment of SmackDown, Ronda would choose Charlotte Flair as her prey, as she would challenge her for the SmackDown Women's title at Wrestlemania. Charlotte had no other choice and would of course accept the challenge. Exactly a week later at SmackDown, Ronda would give Charlotte a teaser of what was going to happen at WrestleMania. After her match with Sonya Deville, Ronda would provoke the Queen. And well, she just wishes she didn't. During the match, Charlotte was sitting in the commentary section and called Ronda a one-trick pony, since she always uses her armbar. Ronda didn't reply to that with words, but rather her new move, an ankle lock which made Charlotte submit in seconds. But it didn't matter, not like it was an official match. Ronda was just making Charlotte taste hell and nothing else. A week later, Charlotte had even more words for Ronda. She said she didn't care if Ronda had a new move because at WrestleMania, she would be the one walking out as the winner. More importantly, she made a statement that made the crowd go wild. What was it? She claimed that she would make Ronda Rousey tap out. Yes, a bold statement indeed. The same night, these two divas literally started a brawl backstage trying to tear each other apart. We could literally sense all the hatred they had for each other. Not only would they beat the crap out of each other, but even beat those who tried to stop and separate them. This segment was just pure hype up before the match at WrestleMania. They followed up on their feud even on the 18th of March. Ronda and Charlotte would again come face to face, and as you would expect, they were not going home until they had a brawl. This time, however, the brawl took place right in the middle of the ring. Both women are trying to destroy each other, but in the end, there could only be one person that is left standing, right? It was none other than the Queen Charlotte Flair after she put Ronda right through a table. That's how she made a statement. That was her way of telling everyone why she is the most decorated diva of all time. Who do you think would have the last laugh? Do let us know down in the comment section below. Be sure to watch the best of Ronda Rousey, and I will see you in the next video.